Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7 out today. Got some more Backseat Battling for you guys. That's right, we're back with the series that has been discontinued for a while now. I used to go ahead and jump into public lobbies and just watch people play against each other and kind of commentate over it. But that eventually came to a point where the rank differences, the skill differences, the unit differences made for some matches to be not as interesting. However, this time around, with Smallgate releasing this new spectating feature, we can now watch some really high-level matches, and hopefully both you and I can learn from it. Watching this Legend player on the left side going up against this Emperor player on the right. Oh boy, usually the only high-level matches that I watch are the Epic 7 World Championships, and I guess this year with the Epic 7 Masters being a huge event now that's currently ongoing. The semifinals and finals will be coming up, by the way, this weekend, so be sure to tune in on Friday where we go live to do a little watch party and enjoy the epic conclusion of the Masters Tournament series. But yeah, wow, this guy is going for an A-lot spam protection. This is kind of crazy, I'll be honest. Taking the Zeo pick as well. Zeo guaranteeing the first turn, but we saw in the Epic 7 Masters that this guy had, not this person, Silva on the right side, but we've seen people use A-Lots that was faster than a Rinnock just last week, just a few days ago. If you missed out on that VOD, do go check it out. We had some pretty epic moments in there. But I see the player on the left here is actually going for, Legend player by the way, going for a more tank down strategy. Emperor and Legend immediately put in here to ensure that whoever the DPS is, they cannot be a defense penetration DPS. Hovering over Crimson Armin as well. Considering Estelle, okay, cool. Estelle for huge damage mitigation pairs really well with Emperor and Legend. We have Salome and Nurse too, which means, hey, if they get rid of one of your units, you can revive them, right? And then Salome, of course, can copy and revive somebody else if need be. In this case, we see Straze getting picked up. Not going to be the best DPS, I don't think, against an Empyrean Ilanov, especially with no way for them to seal. I think Silva might just get their Judge Kisei banned. However, the key thing to note here, what's probably going to happen is A-Lots will probably push up the Straze. He'll go ahead and nuke, right? Skill 3, maybe not kill anything. Maybe he'll kill the Estelle, who knows, with all the damage share. And then A-Rom's probably going to push up and reset the Straze. So, oh, we'll see. My Legend player on the left here, I guess, thinks the same way. Banning the Judge Kisei, thinking the Straze will not kill because the Emperor and Legend. Ruel getting banned out. Definitely gonna do that. And now we get to see, look at how fast that A-Lots is, right? Pretty decent stuff. Hopefully he will still take that turn. If he doesn't kill Emperor and Legend, though, I feel like Legend is about to come in and cut. Zeo actually doesn't go for a skill 3. That's kind of wild. That's kind of interesting. I'm not really sure why. Legends going to go for the Soul Burn on the skill 3. We're going to see a counterattack. Only a defense break on the Nurse. All right. And A-Lots will take that extra turn. He did get, quote-unquote, nerfed, quote-unquote, buffed, so that, you know, he won't be able to just skill 2, like, every single turn. But now we see Straze come in, and does he kill? Oh my god, okay, Straze killing the Nurse! Killing the Estelle, skill 2 coming out, just wiping the field! What a cleave. I honestly did not expect that to happen. Alright, we got another one on our hands here, going up against two Legend players, rank 16 on the left and rank 90 on the right. We're jumping into the middle of the pick ban phase here, and wow, we have, oh my god, okay, the classic Protect the Freerin team. I guess this is how a lot of people are climbing right now. Ban Protect Freerin, right, a bunch of support units, Ruel, Ahmed, Knights, Mitigation, what have you. Typically it's a bunch of Soul Weavers that she's going to be surrounded by. And we also have just this hopefully tank down against the opponent type of team. We have Estelle with Rinnock, And young Senya getting picked up. That's a lot of fixed damage onto the opponent's team, which could be really nice. We also have Monarch of the Sword of Syria. That's actually, now look at this. This is not a bad team. I might consider building up a young Senya if this works out here. In the last match, we saw that Cleave was doing super well. Straze just wiped the floor with the legend player there. And this guy is, well, I mean, both these players are legend, and both of them are looking quite spooky. Young Senya actually getting banned. Ooh, we don't get to see how she performs. More, of course, getting banned here because Estelle, Boss Arunca, and your Monarch of the Sword of Syria all rely on counterattacks. So now we'll see if the Freeren's actually going to be doing her job here, right? Can she get through all the defenses? We're going to see a skill 3 popped here. Ahmed, full team skill nullifier, which is going to help against a little bit of the initial damage. Salome could technically copy Freeren as well, or could copy the opponent's Renok. Nope, gonna copy the Freeren. Oh, sorry, can't copy the Renok because the Boss Arunca's there. Apologize for that. The Freeren is gonna be skill 3, right? Double unit skill 3. Why not? There's a bit of a... Ooh, timer's lagging out a little. Oh, I guess it makes... Okay, I see the connection for the right side player kind of flickering on and off. It could also be the spectate mode being a little bit buggy. But we see the Monarch of the Sword of Syria counterattack, Estelle counterattacks, Boss Arunca counterattacks. That's a lot of souls going away for the player on the left here. Freeren coming in, another skill 3. Estelle going down. Doing her job though, keeping everybody alive. Look at these counterattacks coming in on this Freeren. Oh, what? That was a lot of fixed damage. Alright, Ruel gonna do her thing. She's gonna skill 3. I think with the lag and stuff, that's why these skills are going by so fast with 0 wait time. I think because of the lag and everything that happened earlier, we're just starting to catch up to the live action here. There we go. Boss Arunca's gonna pop that skill 3, strip that Freeren. 31k HP Boss Arunca, defense break right there. Unfortunately, no fixed damage. Okay, Monarch of the Sword of Syria, if there's a counterattack, there's not a counterattack. Whoa, hang on. That might be a little bit of trouble here. Assyria can definitely skill 3 at this point. Gonna go for the extra fixed damage onto this Freeren. 3 fracture stacks. Should have a decent amount of damage. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage. Okay, we might see the player on the right have this game. Now, Ruel is a really degenerate force to be reckoned with here. Thankfully, Monarch of the Sword of Syria kind of doesn't care about her damage limit buffs and stuff. If she counters, that is. There we go, we see the counter. Ahmed is definitely going down here. Huge stuff. And Ruel with the invincibility and skill nullifier. We don't know what artifact she's on right now, I don't think. Damage limit buff, heal, barrier gonna go up on the Ruel here. And Monarch of the Sword of Syria, with 4 stacks of fracture, should be able to deal decent damage with her counterattacks now, with the fixed damage, right, scaling off of her attack stat. Boss Arunca also going for the dual attack. There we go. We see a prophetic candlestick on this Ruel, guys. She is probably going to have her skills up on the next turn, which is incredibly scary given how slow Boss Arunca and Monarch of the Sword of Syria are. And here you go, Ruel hasn't even gone down once yet, still has her revive for the match. And up comes Freeren, I bet. Invincible as always. And here we go. Boss Arunca does have the ability to skill 3, I think. Yep, there we go. Strip on the Freeren will be super nice. And I'm not sure if Monarch of the Sword of Syria has her skills yet. Don't believe so. I think it was a little too early for her to have another skill 3. There we go. Nope, no skill 3 yet, but attacking the Freeren directly, just trying to get rid of these souls. It does push up the opponent's combat readiness, but it is something that is well worth it if you can soften up her defenses, right? There we go. Crown of Glory also taking away a lot of souls there. Freeren is, well, kind of vulnerable right now. There is a heal, there is a barrier. That's a huge barrier, actually. But we could see a dual attack come out with the Bossarunka, right? Definitely expecting a skill 1 here onto the Frieren. It's just tough because you want to get rid of the Ruel too. You just, oh wow, yeah, the damage limit buff definitely protecting the Frieren there. Taking the turn, getting the souls, look at that. Absolutely disgusting. No skill 3 yet, but Bossarunka might go down here. Souls are gonna get stripped. Oh, never mind. She doesn't go down, but Ruel might just finish her off. Down she goes. It's only Assyria left. Guys, I don't think she's gonna be able to do this, but dude's gonna try. You're in Legend. You definitely don't want to give up these points. We said, you know, we said this time and time again whenever watching Ruel fight. She is an absolute hyper carry, right? It is so hard to deal with a Ruel, especially because she can revive and do so much damage to your team by just reviving somebody else. Full team invincibility, right? Or not full team, but invisibility on her and the other unit she's reviving. Does she have a skill 3? She does, and here we go. Can Monarch of the Sword of Syria survive yet another revive on the Frieren? You can out Frieren, but can you out her 3 times in a row? That is the question. If there is a counterattack here, this is it, right? It'll be huge, but okay, there is defense penetration resistance on the Monarch of the Sword of Syria. Will she survive? She will barely survive. Oh my god, getting a barrier from that counter. Okay. I think it's over at this point. There is absolutely no way that a Monarch of the Sword of Syria is going to survive a Frieren Soulburn S1. Yeah, that is absolutely ridiculous, guys. That Frieren just stealing that match thanks to the help of Ruel. And another one on our hands, guys. Ooh, Meow Mixed over there. Legend. I think, do we see? We've played against this person before, I'm 100% certain. I don't know. Was that a rank 3 Legend player right here? Going up against an Emperor player. Yeah, we've definitely faced Meow Mixed before in RTA. So just goes to show, you know, the quality of matches we've been playing and why we can't afford to fool around at times. We do see quite the tank down going on with Bossarunka and Estelle. On the other side, Notos is let through. That's a interesting set of pre-bans, actually. I haven't noticed that just up until now, but Bibulus banned on both sides. Harsetti gone, Lady of the Scales gone. We see a Salome there, we see an ML Politis. Don't know why Salome's glowing, but she is. Nurse is going to get picked up along with Frieren. Frieren's not the ban protection, though. That is actually kind of weird. Nurse makes sense here because you can superhumanize things like the Estelle, which is really nice. Monarch of the Sword of Syria, such a popular unit right now, it seems, up here in the Emperor Legend ranks. Gonna help you a lot with injury onto units like Estelle. Gonna be great with the fixed damage into units like Frieren. And we do see a potential Shepherd of the Dark DN. Nope, gonna opt to maybe try to take a Soul Weaver. I don't know why. No one to really push up. Oh yeah, if you're gonna take a Soul Weaver, why not take Ruel of Light? An absolutely disgusting unit, as we saw in the last match. But let's see how Meow Mix is going to respond to this. I think what I'm taking away from all these matches is that you should pretty much always ban Ruel and try to prevent your opponent from picking Frieren. Just don't let the Frieren Ruel get through. It has stolen so many matches in the E7 Masters and is still taking games on ladder right now. Guard Captain Crow is not a unit I would have expected to see, given that Monarch of the Sword of Syria has defense penetration resistance, and I don't know if he can even one-shot Notos here. Even if he does, Holy Sacrifice would probably bring him back. I'm curious though, Guard Captain Crow, gonna be kind of cool to see if he works. I did think about ungearing mine, or taking a few pieces from mine to see if I can do something better with it, but Nurse is gonna lose her superhumanization target. Estelle is going bye-bye along with Monarch of the Sword Assyria. Well, at least the Bossarunka is still going to protect the entire team from being copied from the Salome, which means Salome could potentially go and, like, Notos, copy Notos and, like, dispel everything. Could potentially happen. However, we do see people getting pushed back here on the other side, speed down, and Salome gets a chance to copy somebody here. Do you go for, has really limited targets, right? Too early for Ruel. Too early. I mean, you wouldn't really want to waste on an Emma Politis to push people back again. Opponent is deciding to go for the copy regardless. Going for the Ruel. You know what? Is not horrible, right? Going for maybe a skill 3. Yeah, skill 3 onto your fellow Ruel to prevent her from getting one shot by this Guard Captain Crow. Now that could potentially be a really good play. Nope, gonna protect the Notos instead. Alright then, that is a little strange. I mean, I guess Ruel has her revive that she can use on herself if she does go down. I mean, once Noto skill 3, she's gonna lose it regardless, right? So, I guess this makes sense. I can understand the play. Freerin gonna get super humanized. Alright, so one of her main weaknesses, which is being squishy, is now not a weakness anymore. She got double the max HP, double the speed. Gonna skill 3 here and just, oh my god, absolutely decimate the opponent's team. Guard Captain Crown might not even need a soul burn here, might just go for an AoE attack to finish off the Emma Politis, proc the Ruel, let her revive. Yep, he's just gonna skill 2. He's gonna stun the Notos, he's gonna lose his turn. That is actually a much smarter play. I like that. Good job, Meow Mixed, on that play there. Spirit Lord's Protection is gonna proc for Ruel, bring her back. Emma Politis goes down to the Freerin 2. A bit scary here, but hey, Ruel can still revive. She still has a skill 3. Could protect the Notos until his next turn. That might be pretty useful, because if he doesn't do it right now, Guard Captain Crow is probably going to come in and soul burn a skill 3 and nuke whoever isn't protected, right? At least Salome also has the skill nullifier on top of her invincibility. So yeah, now everybody's going to be invincible here for the time being. Salome takes the turn. Could skill 3. Ignore res if she wants to. Don't know if she wants to really collapse and defense break the Boss Arunca right now. Opting not to soul burn, going for the skill 3 here. Actually, it might cost 20 souls to soul burn. You see the Boss Arunca resisting. No debuffs are really landing here. Probably could have just skill 1'd in that instance. But she'll probably be going down soon anyway, so the skill 3 is fine. Salome probably eating all the damage from Freerin. Oh my god, the soul burn too, just to ensure that she goes down. Makes sense, you don't really want Ruel Salome shenanigans to keep on happening. Can Noto solo this? That is the question. Can Noto solo this? This is interesting, because seeing Emperor Legend matches with Notos is kind of crazy, seeing as I've pretty much banned him the entire season. Alright, we are in Notos' domain. Superhumanization means nothing here, and neither does Boss Arunca's passive ability, right? So no longer able to protect everybody in the backline from attacks. Noto's probably going to come in here and finish off the Freerin first. I could definitely see that happening. Right? Oh, Idol's Cheer on the Ruel, pushing up the Notos. 62k HP, guys. Soul burning. He's gonna finish off the nurse first. Oh, that makes sense, because I believe her cooldowns are probably coming off, right? So there you go. She goes down. If we check the skills here, yeah, she had one turn before the skill 3, so opting to go for the cleanup there. Notos can finish off Freerin with a single skill 1, so it should be okay. And then the next skill 3 might come in and finish off the Guard Captain Crow. Yeah, the Idol's Cheer from the Ruel, super useful in this situation. Look at the Notos, just getting pushed up. And this should be the end of Ruel. Defense penetration here? Yeah, look at that. Absolutely disgusting damage from the Guard Captain Crow. Good stuff. But now, is this team resilient enough to defeat Notos? He's going to just skill 1, the Freerin. The fixed damage should be able to finish her off if the skill 1 doesn't, right? There you go. Boom. And just as predicted, Noto still having that soul burn for the next skill 2. Gonna go into this Guard Captain Crow, who really has nothing against this, yeah? Notos will penetrate the defense here, deal so much damage, and I don't know if Boss Arunca can actually do anything. Meowmix did give a good try though, but unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna be enough, especially because Notos is faster than the Boss Arunca too! Uh-oh. Can the Boss Arunca even do this? I don't believe so, even with counterattacks and stuff, but he's still in the game. Maybe he knows something that we don't. Maybe the counters? Oh my god, guys. Are we gonna see an absolute comeback by this Bassarunka, guys? Meowmix taking down the Notos. He is back with the Holy Sacrifice with a vengeance. There was no counter there, and Notos having the domain once again. Oh, and they're conceding defeat, unfortunately. Safe's gonna be taking it from the Legend player. Alright, seems like we have a lot of these Legend versus Emperor matchups. It's one of the reasons why Emperor players tend to struggle a little bit in win rate. You're always punching up the ladder. But we see on the left side another Notos game. But guys, a little surprise, Ivana is ban protected. We're going to see how she works in the hands of a Legend player. Bassarunka going to be protecting the team as well. On the right side, we see the reason for Ivana being picked, which is Shepherd of the Dark DN. Unfortunately, there is a New Moon Luna there, which means Ivana can't really do anything against this DN because of the New Moon Luna, which really sucks. I want to see what would happen with Ivana there in this matchup, but I don't think it's going to play out like we would hope. There is going to be a Argent Waves Hwayoung along with the Commander Pavel, so it's a really aggressive team right now. The crits probably going to be coming out from the Hwayoung and the Shepherd of the Dark DN to proc the Commander Pavel. So if DN does get banned, that would be a really great way to prevent the Pavel from proccing. Although, yeah, Aki doesn't quite synergize with the rest of the team there. Just full-on damage, right? I think what they're trying to do is go full-on cleave damage to take out the Notos as soon as possible. Bellion getting taken out. Aki getting taken out. And there you go. Aki would have been a great way to soul burn and allow the DN to go without actually using New Moon Luna's souls or DN's souls from their books. But yeah, Aki here is gonna go bye-bye. And so is the Bellion. Bellion had to go. It was a force ban at the end there. But now we're going to see New Moon Luna. Oh my god, guys. 60 souls. Ivana is not going to be able to do anything here. So here we go. There is the skill 3. Everyone's sealed. And at the end of the turn, Ivana can't even proc her passive for that immortality on that DN. Super sad stuff. However, if Ivana gets a chance to cleanse, that would change everything. But we're going to see everyone get pushed back, and that is not good. Argent Waves Hwayoung going to come in with massive damage. And not really sure if the team can survive, because Estelle no longer really has that damage share ability, because she got sealed here. Boom, it's a ton of damage. Ivana doesn't die though. Crown of Glory stealing souls. We got the counterattack. Pavel's coming in. Ivana goes down. But, guys, Notos is going to be maybe the saving grace here. Soulburn onto the Bassarunka. She's going to go down. Notos is going to be... he is going to be vulnerable here, but does he go down? I don't think so. He will be able to skill 3. That means him and Estelle get to survive. Now that Estelle is cleansed, the damage sharing here is going to be absolutely crazy stuff. And she is also on counter, meaning she can heal, and with her extra fighting spirit there, she will be able to push herself up in combat readiness, even though she doesn't get a barrier. Soulburn coming out here. Doesn't matter if the DN could even proc and get the immortality, because, well, under Notos' domain, no buffs exist. New Moon Luna also completely hampered here. Not sure why people keep letting Notos through the draft, or even off the pre-bans, but now we see why I always keep him there. Alright, this is going to be a pretty fun one. Rank 86 versus rank 9 in Legend. Jumping in mid-draft to see another Ruel and Salome match. Guys, Salome looking to be pretty degenerate. Again, not copying just anyone willy-nilly. Kind of as I predicted before. She's gonna be copying units like Ruel and Nurse quite a bit. Time running out though for the draft, and we see Witchemere Tenebria getting locked in last second along with the Raynok and the Band Protection. Going up against Bassarunka, Estelle, and a Freerin too. Seems like Bassarunka with Estelle is a very common takedown pick right now, which is pretty cool. But now we see the free run with the Ahmed, and I am not sure if this is a pivot toward a more aggressive play. But it doesn't seem like they'll be able to do all that much unless they get something that somehow outspeeds both Rinok and Witch of the Mirror Tenebria. It's going to be a lot to overcome, right? With the Ruel there, being able to revive Rinok, and Rinok's explosive damage, the fixed damage, might be too much for Frieren to stand. We're not really sure. Ooh. Pirate Captain Flan, guys. She is gonna get picked up. She is comparable to Briarwitch Assyria's speeds right now because they both have a speed EE. Let's see if this Pirate Captain Flan actually has enough speed in her to contest with something like Rinok or Witch of the Mirror Tenebria. Probably not Rinok. Oh, and definitely not Witch of the Mirror Tenebria anymore with this, Tactical Archetype Coley getting picked up, but yeah, Speed Imprint getting banned, Ahmed gone as well. Can Pirate Captain Flan actually do this? I'm not so sure at this point. The good thing is, she can't be targeted because Boss Arunka is going to be protecting everyone in the back line. The only question is whether or not she is faster than Witch of the Mirror Tenebria. If she is, she might be able to skill 3, push up the team, get a little bit of a swift attack buff going, and that might be good. Although, the only unit that can potentially cut will be Frieren at that point. We'll see. Pirate Captain Flan is incredibly fast, guys. Okay, quite surprising. Skill 2, skill 3 coming out for the Rinok onto the Boss Arunka. Let's see how much damage she does here. Oh, there's the counter. Oh my goodness. And there is the Pirate Captain Flan actually pushing up the team. Wow, the counterattack on that really helping. So even if he was slower... but Witch of the Mirror Tenebria, hang on, Umbral Keystones, I believe, to push up that combat readiness there. Boom. Leaping that Pirate Captain Flan and provoking the Frieren. Guys, this isn't looking too good right now. Salome has the ability to copy Witch of the Mirror Tenebria and just go for everything again, or could potentially copy Ruel. Put up a skill 3 on the Rinok and herself. The invincibility going to be protecting them, right? Here we go. Copying the Ruel, I bet. No, going to copy the Rinok. I guess they're just trying to go for some additional damage. Here comes the skill 3. Is he going to take enough counters here? If he takes enough counters, might spell the end of the Salome. Nope. Salome does still keep that HP though. Ooh, means she is going to be going down. Rinok also not looking healthy. Wait a minute. Didn't go down. Stealth having the damage of AoE attacks and Frieren not having the attack buff definitely helped there. Boss Arunka going to come in with a skill 3, and these units are definitely built different, I'll tell you that. If it was my units, we are completely dead by now, but Rinok going to be taken down. Estelle going to be able to go as well. Possibly a Soulburn skill 3 onto Witch of the Mirror Tenebria, I would assume. They definitely don't want her sticking around here. I don't see a world in which he goes after the Ruel. There you go. Witch does go down. Estelle healing up quite a bit of health. Ruel now able to go for a skill 3. Not really sure about the copy earlier onto the Rinok, I'll be honest. Yeah, and there you go. There is the concession to the opponent. We got one last match for you guys here. 2 Legend players ranked 99 and 28 in mid-draft. Rank 99 just fresh into Legend or just barely clinging onto the rank here on the left side. We have Perfumer Bibulus, first time seeing her today, quite interesting. Along with an ML Bologna, Harsetti, Band Protect, and Arwell for damage mitigation. There is a Notos on the other side, keep that in mind. Boss Arunka Tori, A-Raz, and New Moon Luna. We're seeing quite a few interesting combos here, right? The Raz and the Tori still being relevant to this day is pretty cool to see. ML Arya getting picked up on the left side too to shut down that New Moon Luna, doubling the cost of soul burns. And we're going to see the Boss Arunka and the Arwell, both damage mitigation units, gonna get banned out. Yeah, you definitely want to hit that Notos straight on if you can. So getting rid of the Boss Arunka is a good play. And we're going to jump right into this. See if the Harsetti can do something against the Notos. Probably going to go for a skill 3 to strip that immunity. Or not. Going to go for the skill 1 here. Bibulus can't strip, so I'm I'm a little bit concerned here about what's about to happen. Notos with the immunity cannot be controlled now at this point by the Bibulus, which means we're probably banking on this Bellona's evasion to do a lot of heavy lifting. Bibulus can only skill 1 at this point because Harsetti didn't skill 3. So I'm not sure what the intention was. We see the timer ticking down here, and just to skill 1 onto the Tori for a little bit of chip damage. And Bellona could heal with a skill 1 or go with a skill 3. I would assume he'd go into Notos, but I guess he's trying to proc the Tori. Tori gets a gigantic barrier, actually. This is pretty good because Tori might be able to one-shot the Bellona now. I don't think that's a great thing for our friend on the left who's barely clinging onto legend rank. Noto's also going to be going with the skill 3 to essentially get rid of Perfumer Bibulus' entire passive. I know it trades in a lot of the buffs on the right side, but... Oh, we don't? Okay. Oh, there was no Cascade buff, guys. No Cascade buff is so rough. Wow. But hey, maybe the tides will turn with the Noto skill 3. We're going to see him do it, right? No! But a lucky dual attack with the Tori for some really good damage. Notos with the injury now, not looking too great. Gonna get rid of the Bibulus with the Ra skill 2. And Tori does go into stealth with her Wind Rider artifact. Very nice. Arya is gonna soul burn that skill 3, gonna get rid of some souls. Will we see this unlucky play here, the Cascade Scam, as you guys like to call in the comments section? If Tori had that, I'm sure Bellona would have been gone, and with Bellona gone, it would have been free reign onto of this Notos, right? But skill 3 coming out, nothing happened, actually, as Bellona is also pretty resistant here. It seems like she is designed for these types of matches. Maybe this guy has 2 Bellonas, who knows? One with a little bit of resistance could be nice as well. Harsetti gonna be going. Still gonna go for the skill 1. That injury onto that Notos is very, very nice. Full on injury here. Even if he doubles his HP, it pretty much just brings him back to like 30k health where he started the match. Tori does get to soul burn. Not gonna go for the Bellona for some reason. Okay. Notos, does he want a skill 3 here? I don't think so. Okay, because if he did, Tori would pretty much guarantee to die there. He has a skill 3, but he didn't use it at all. Holy Sacrifice activating. Yumu Luna gonna take the brunt of Arya's punch to the face. And now that everyone's moving at normal speeds because Harsetti is gone, can Bellona actually do this? I don't know. He's going to focus down the ML Arya for right now. 2 incredibly healthy units on the left side. On the right, everyone's clinging on for dear life. I think Notos goes down to this Bellona here. Not sure why they held on to the skill 3, guys. Really not sure why they held on to the skill 3. Oh, he doesn't go down. Cascade here. You have to go for the Bellona. I don't know why they've been letting her... What? Can someone explain why they've just been letting her... stay alive? And now he's going for Notos' skill 3. Correct me if I'm wrong if I'm missing something, but Bellona wouldn't have done anything if... like, all this damage could have been avoided, right? Oh my god, it is a counter Bellona. But Tori would have been able to kill. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is this a soul burn skill 3? Is Notos still going to clear things? Are we just going to see a Notos 100% win rate today? That is insane that people are letting this guy through in ladder. And there you go. Bellona does go down. No evasion there. Wow, guys, what a journey it has been. Let me know what you think about this series in the comments section down below. I've learned quite a few things today. Number 1, Notos, don't let him through. And number 2, these players are kind of scary. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.